Hi, my name is Gage from Wholesale Payments, and today I'm going to be showing you three terminals that might be able to benefit your business. They are all three separate terminals with three separate functions. This one right here is the Wholesale Payments VP100. What this terminal it does is it's a desktop terminal, so it is connected to some cords. This terminal is the Deja Vu P3. It is a wireless terminal. And this one is a swiper from Valor. It's a Valor Rocket. I'm going to go into each individual device and kind of show you a few key features, some details on them, and why you might want them. So the first terminal we're going to look at today is the Wholesale Payments VP100 terminal. This is just one of our many countertop solution terminals, which just means that it is plugged in to a wall outlet and can be connected to Wi-Fi or Ethernet. A few things that are great about this terminal is, of course, this is directly from us at Wholesale Payments. We are sending this terminal out. It is brand spanking new. So it has all the latest features for any terminal that we have, as well as you get it directly from us. A few features on this terminal that are great to highlight. It can connect to Ethernet or Wi-Fi. You can set up a batch out time. It is free. You can get the Valor back office, which is a place you can see reporting, your batch outs, all that good jazz. As well as if you wanted to, you can add on the Valor virtual terminal, which does have an additional fee added onto that. But the terminal itself can be placed for free. And that's a great deal for having a brand new terminal here. A few things I want to show you on this terminal. It consists of the adjustments that can be added, the taxes, the tips, and show you how to settle and view those reports. On this terminal, if you click the three lines, it'll give you a main menu screen. You can click on the screen, that is another feature for this. You have touchscreen, but I'm going to just show you. You can also click the numbers. So you could go to payment, and then you can click the number 1 for card, and it'll show you all the different ways you can run a payment. Sale, void, auth, ticket, refund, and pre-sale. On this, the pre-sale, the ticket, and the auth, we don't usually use. We will usually remove that just to alleviate any confusion. But the sale is what you're almost always going to originally be on whenever you're at the main screen. The only other way you can get to the void, the refund, the void and the refund would be to click the three lines and go to payment. The void would be whenever you're already batching, that you will hit refund. Before you batch, you will hit void. The only reason for that is we had to have two options on there to be able to give you those refunds. So again, if you have already batched, it will be a refund. And if you haven't batched, it will be a void. From there, we'll go back, and then you got a favorites menu. In that favorites menu, you have a couple options here. You can reprint that receipt. You can settle the batch. You can adjust your tips. You can view reports. Don't change the password because we use that for troubleshooting. We also have a download package, ComConfig, which changes the Ethernet or Wi-Fi. And then if we go back, you have settlements, which will be able to settle the batch, reprint. You can reprint your previous receipt. And then reports, like I said, let me put in the password, which is always the last four of the EPI number. It'll be able to do open summary, close summary, and detailed report. This terminal can also do a tip report. After you run some tips, a option on that reporting tab will be a tip report. You can run those and then be able to see what individual servers are on there. You can add server numbers or clerk IDs. You can also be able to view them individually whenever you do those reports, so you can hand out tips at the end of the day. Another great feature for this is the Call Me button. You can click this. It'll show you all this information, and then you can click Call Me, which will send a ticket directly to us to be able to troubleshoot your terminal. If you ever need to download a package, you can click the star and then go down to the number 6, and it's that download package like I showed earlier. And this terminal is just really good If you have a term or you need a terminal that can be in one spot, you don't need to move it around a lot, but you need something that's up to date that can really do what you need on a day-to-day basis. It's a very simplistic, user-friendly machine, and it does most of the things that businesses will need. There are a few features you can add on the back. Our end, and you will just call in tech support, and we can get those added. If you did have anything you needed specifically, you can always call into the tech support and see if it is something we can add. But I'm going to go ahead and move on to the Deja Vu P3 terminal here. One more thing I wanted to point out about all these terminals before I move on to the P series in the middle is that these terminals can run EBT and PIN debit. That is a very big feature that a lot of merchants are wanting. I just did want to show you that all three of these can do EBT, they can do PIN debit, and that just will be very useful to some of the merchants here that might need that information. But let's move on to that Deja Vu P3. So with that P3 terminal, there is a couple things on here that are a little different than that Valor terminal. First off, the P3 you see here does have some charges that come with it. There is a rental fee, as well as if you do a SIM card with it, because it is a wireless terminal. So that means you can pick it up, you can move it around, you can charge it, you can do whatever you need to. That has a fee as well if you get the SIM card. And then there is one more fee, which is a SaaS fee for any of the Deja Vu terminals that are the P series. They have a SaaS fee. Now, with those fees that do come with more options, there's more changeability and more things we can do with them. There is a counterpart to this terminal. There is a Deja Vu P1. That one can be placed for free, but of course it still has that $95 SaaS fee. A few key things on this terminal is it can be add tips, you can add taxes, you can add that non-cash adjustment. It does run the EBT and the PIN debit, as I previously said, but this one also can actually run gift cards. The first terminal can also run gift cards as well. This one you can, and the last one, you can also change out that batch out time like I previously mentioned. And they also, this terminal has an idle time that you can change. So because this terminal is a walking around, you can charge it, all that, you don't want to have it constantly running. The battery will drain and then you'll be out of a terminal. So what we can do is after a certain amount of time, your device here can power off and save that battery for you. We can change that for you. We could change it longer, shorter, anything you need on that to be able to make it better for you. Now, let me show you a few key features on this terminal that will be able to help you out. Now, of course, whenever you first run this terminal, you're going to need to know how to run a sale. So what you can do is it is on the sale screen right now. I'll put in $1 to show you. It'll have that automatic adjustment automatically applied, which is 4%. And then that state tax, this one has set up for 8 cents for that state tax because it is a 1-cent transaction. We can proceed from there. It'll say cash payment or card payment. We'll click card payment. It'll say, do you want to enter the card number or tap, insert, or swipe? I'll cancel this. If you want to run a refund, a void, or those pre-author tickets, if you do use those, but the main two would be these. Again, the refund will be after the batch. The void will be before the batch. The next thing I wanted to show you was there is a few options under the star. If you ever call into us and you need to upgrade your app, there will be an upgrade app option. You can reprint with that receipt. You can show or settle your batch. You can adjust your tips. If you use gift cards, they're right there. EBT, pre-sale, and then those reports again. Also, on the settings, let me get in here. 7033. It'll have a couple options. If you have a pin pad, you can add that here. This is the Spin integration. This one is connecting to the internet or that GPRS. And then there is a couple other options here. These are just basically normal settings for the terminal. On here, if you click the little guy at the bottom right, there is a couple options and key features that would be nice to use if you don't have time to spend on the phone waiting on hold, or you don't know our number or anything. You can give us a contact us option, and that'll send a ticket as well to us, and we'll be able to reach back out to you. There are also some demo videos. I'll show you those here. So how to run a sell, sell with tip, sell with fee, void transaction, refund transaction, a ticket transaction, batch settlement, and tip adjust. You can also do the remote diagnostics. So if you feel like something's wrong, this one will be able, if we connect, you'll be able to connect to us. The hardware diagnostic, this can do a swipe test, EMV test, NFC test, keypad test, and printer test. If we go back here, you can also see up here, we can swipe down like an Android phone. There's the settings, which will be able to take you, click to edit. The settings will be able to take you to the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Ethernet. It'll be able to connect your SIM card here as well. You can turn on the sound. And then as well as if there's any other options that we need you in here, we'll get to that. But you'll just pull down from the top of the screen. You can select these on or off here. And then from there, you also have the option to be able to run those reports again, like I said, and that will be able to show you a summary report, a daily report, and then you can also look at your closed batch and then last few batches or most recent batch. But then now we're going to switch out to the Valor Rocket. So let me get that pulled up for us. The last device I want to show you here today is the Valor Rocket. This is a swiper solution here for you. If you are going out of town or you aren't on or you're on the road a lot, this would be a good option for you to be able to take this and just be able to connect it to your phone and swipe payments out on the field. This machine here is very compact, so it can fit in your pocket, but a lot of the features here are going to be used on the actual phone itself. So a couple key features that I can tell you about on this device is first, it has a sleep time that you can change like the previous device, so this doesn't die on you. Also, it has an auto batch time that you can change like the previous two, so it'll batch out the terminal for you itself, and then you can get those funds the next day. The Valor Rocket can also be ran on TSYS and First Data. It runs EBT and PIN debit charges. And there is a $5 fee, but you can have as many users on the Valor back office as you would like to be able to see things like reports, any batching, any tip adjust, or anything like that. You can see them on there and have as many users as you would like. On this machine and phone, the first thing you will see is the card and cash option. I did put adjustments on here so you'll be able to see there's an absurd amount. It's 17 cents on there. That's a 9% adjustment. We don't have it that high. This was just for showing you here that it will put on that percent, as well as it has tip options after you finish the sale. It'll have 15, 20, 22, or 25%. And it has a tax of the 8%. So once you do that, you'll click enter. It'll have the insert card, swipe card, and tap card. And on the device, it'll say, please insert or tap the card. On the device here, it'll actually be able to enter manually, or you can swipe to pay cash. It also shows you all the different cards that we do accept. And then you can also put that, as I said, the enter manually, and then you'll be able to run it on here if you would like. If we cancel that transaction, we can go to this little gear up here, and there's a few options. If we ever do an update on your terminal and we need you to do that, you can go to that gear, and then there's an update tab right there. This is also a type of update that we can push for you. And then this one is for, that one we won't use very often. But the payment here, if we go to card, and then we go to, this has the options for the sale, the auth, refund, void, ticket, and pre-sale like previously. The main two, again, are the void and refund on this screen. Again, the refund is after the batch, and the void is before the batch. On this one, the main key thing for this terminal is that it can be taken anywhere. It's compact. You can swipe and just use your phone instead of having this plugged in or having a big old terminal like this. You can see the difference here. It literally fits in the palm of my hand. This one's a little bigger, but it does have more features. This one is a little limited, but also you can connect it to the Valor back office. There is a fee for the Valor Virtual Terminal, but not the back office. If you did have any questions on this terminal, always remember you can give us a call and we'd be happy to help you. I hope this video today gave you a better idea of what kind of terminals we have here at Wholesale Payments. I did show you the top 3 today that we are sending out to our merchants. And I hope this, if you are a merchant, this gave you a better idea on what terminal might be best for your business. Of course, we do have multiple other terminals that I will showcase in this channel. If you are a sales rep, I hope this gave you a good idea on some of the key features that are in these terminals so you can give these out to the merchants and help them out when needed. Always remember there are more features getting added daily, so always remember to check in and we can help you out with that. And if you do get one of these terminals and you need help with troubleshooting or any of that information, always remember we are just one call away and we would be happy to help you anytime you need it. Do remember, we are thankful for you choosing Wholesale Payments today, and we hope you have a great day.